guys? Welcome back to the Stacking with Stack mini audio series podcast. I got a special guest for you coming through. My brother DJ Bander. He's coming through right now. It's going to be another one.
What do you think that it is? Homie, the rich get richer. Homie, the life gets harder. Homie, I do this for a quarter. Man, shout out to Miguel, my barber. Downtown LA in my heart. New York City from the start. Get greedy, you wanna see what it is to be honest. Homie, I'm honest. I'ma show you how I dominate. Take hold to see, don't see how I'm moving the freight. Never been fake. I promise when they put me to my wake, I'ma tell you why, hey. From the start, I was honest with you. Always been that real one. Yeah, always been with it and honest.
Yo, wait till y'all see this fire interview I got coming. My brother DJ Bander's about to pull up any minute on you, right? It's about to be a crazy interview. I don't play when it comes to these interviews with these special people that pull up. It's real important people that come through, right? My brother Bander, he just pulled up. DJ Bander, I appreciate you, bro. Can you please introduce yourself to my audience and tell them what you do, man? Over to you, brother. Let's go.
Good. Let's go. What's the stack? Good to see you, my guy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing? It's DJ Bander, multifaceted individual. I'm a music producer. I'm an engineer. I'm a composer. And I'm also a commercial real estate investor and capital manager. So I have a bit of a background. And I also have a marketing background. I have an agency that I launched 4 years ago. Bander Media, based out of my company, Bander Productions, and I help a wide range of services and a wide range of clients, from artists to small businesses to podcasts, and we're just out here grinding and building. And I appreciate the space, Stack, to talk about a few things. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Definitely working in a few different areas.
Come on, I told you I had a special guest in here. My brother Bander's pulling up, right? Listen, Bander. What does collaboration mean to you, my brother, and how do you use it in your industry? It's over to you, man.
Yeah, absolutely, my guy. So, collaboration, it's something we discussed before. It's super big word, because what it really means to me is a value add. So for me, the way I look at collaboration is, unlike in a situation where you're looking to someone else to monetize off a service, when you're like, hey, I can help you with this. I charge this, or what do you charge, to help me with this thing I need? With collaboration, it's about, I look at what I bring to the table and I see what this other person brings to the table, and I see when we work together on something, it's a win-win. And that what I bring to the table matches their energy, and it's going to help me and them both grow to the next level, 100%. So a collaboration is something that, really, for example, I've talked about this before with Stack, but I'll do that a lot of times with artists. So normally I do, have a budget that's required to work with my label, because we have a lot of services that we have access to, a lot of platforms, charting, all these different tools. But I might work with an artist and not ask for a budget, because I see the value in that artist. I'll be like, you know what? Actually, this artist brings a lot to the table. They have a following, or they have a unique sound. And I'll be like, you know what? Not only am I going to collab, I might even decide I'm going to put my own capital into this artist, because I see the long-term potential of this artist. So that's a lot of it. Sometimes people need to get out of their own head and get out of your ego. That's the best place to be, is stepping outside of your ego and looking at, you know what? It's really actually worth me to either not make a check from this situation, or even put my own bag into it for a long-term gain.
Exactly. Look, I told you I had Bander coming in pretty hot. Now, Bander, what do you tell someone that wants to do something just like you, man? Music production, marketing. What's some advice that you can give someone, man? On to you. Let's go.
What I like to tell people a lot is become a master of your craft. The most important thing is, my background, I started as a piano player and a drummer, and all through high school, I made beats, but more in an amateur way. And what happened over time is I learned the skill set to become professional. And when I got signed in 2009 to Sony and I dropped my first EP, it was at that point that I started getting a lot of professional accolades, a lot of professional opportunities. And that allowed me to build the confidence and realization that I was a legit, serious music producer in the industry. And I think for a lot of people, it's really, really important to understand and have those steps take place so they can really hone in their true value. The other thing is important to live in the times. I deal with this a lot with a lot of gifted young producers of all ages that tap in with me, and a lot of producers that are a little bit older than myself who want my support and want my advice on marketing. And the biggest issue is that you need to understand you need to produce and make music and whatever you do in the year that it is. You know, we ain't in the 90s no more. This ain't 2000. We about to be in 2024. And what that means is you got to understand that your brand is bigger than your music now. Just the way it is. So you could be sitting on beats and tracks that sound like something that's like even up on some Kanye. But guess what? If you have no platform to share it with the world and get people excited about it, it's just going to sit and get dusty. You know, the days of having like a kind of being an unknown and then just kind of being able to release material and have it blow up, that's a lot harder now. You know, labels and people want to see things already kind of going viral and already getting their own views and their own support from the different platforms. So make sure that you're putting just as much energy into your music craft and learning the software, learning the composition. You're also putting that energy into learning social media, learning Instagram. And if you don't understand it, then doing your best to put some money behind it, to hire someone like myself or Stack to be able to build that brand that you need. That's really important.
Come on, I told you I had Bander coming in hot. He's coming in and crashing this whole thing up. My next question for you, Bander, is what made you just want to go all in? What clicked one day and said, you know what, I want to be full blown this is full time, this is my passion, and this is what I'm going to do, no breaks. What clicked in you one day and said, let's go?
Yeah, you know, it really came a little bit later in my career when I actually, after I got signed to Sony and I started getting these more serious remix opportunities, and I worked with one of my oldest mentors, Craig Roseberry, who helped me to learn how to make EDM tracks and remixes that were solid, that were actually getting on major records. I did a remix for a track called Slapfoot by Martin Clancy, he's an older producer. He actually used to produce Sinead O'Connor, and that actually got on Billboard. And it was at that point I was like, oh, okay, I can not only make good music, but I can work the steps to have my music be radio release ready. And I think once you start doing that, and when those things start to come together, you'll have the same experience I did, which is that, oh, wow, this is actually something worth being a career. This ain't a hobby no more. Now I'm actually doing something that's really actually worthwhile and getting a response from the industry. And, you know, people don't understand, too, that it's not always necessarily having a number one record. People think, oh, I didn't hear your track on the radio as a number one record, so you're not on music producer. That's just ridiculous. I mean, like, there are some huge music producers that are making millions in the industry, and they don't ever are on the top one or two tracks on the radio. So it's not only just about making tracks that are on, but realizing that you can have a place doing many different things in the industry. You can do film scores, you can get placements, you can be behind the scenes, you could be a DJ, you can be a touring EDM artist. There's so many different lanes. So learn that lane, pursue that lane, and execute your game. That's it.
Execute your game. I'm telling you, Bander's in the building. Let's go. Bander, like, what's your favorite part about music production? Because everybody, you know, me and you are going to do some big ass collabs in the future. I need to come out there to Cali. But what's your favorite thing about being a music producer, bro? Over to you.
You know, like, I think the most thing, especially about creating music, is I call it emotional transference, which is when you take what's inside your heart and you put it out. And I like to do it not just with my music, but also with my content. Like, if you look at my stuff on Insta, my reels, they're all just an extension of my music production. So I love visual media. I love music. And even like, I love being tatted. I love the arts. I love paintings. It's all because it comes down to an ability to transfer what's inside to other people, which is healthy. That's healing for yourself and for others. So what you understand is, you know, when you create music, you're actually doing a benefit to other people. You have no idea who you might impact. You might be like, yo, that song, it made me think so much about this thing that I went through in my life, you know, and thank you so much for sharing that and doing that track, because it meant so much to me. So, you know, for me, it's like, that's why I do my music. That's what it's all about. And that's why when I'm in the studio and I'm creating and I'm making my track and the beats are coming together and the synths are coming together, I always feel so excited, and it's also a place where I can feel, especially living out in LA. I'm from New York originally, and, I like it out here in LA, but there's sometimes a feeling of there's a little bit, it can be like an emptiness to LA, and it's a great city, but it also comes with a little bit of isolation. And so what I love about making music is it's a way to bring people together, and it's also a way to feel at peace with yourself and do something that's really positive and give you that warmth that you may not get from some of the bigger more brotherly love style cities like in New York or a DC or a Philly. So I tell people that, music is also a really great way to kind of build that internal warmth. And that's what I love to do. I do it for that. For me, that's what the whole point of making music is, to create something that people connect to.
See, Bandit, I love that, man, because we all want a connection. Make sure you find something you connect to, because we going to stay connected. Bandit, where could they find your music, bro? Could they find you on iTunes? Because I was playing a banger before you came on, bro. Where can they find your Instagram, your website, man? Tell them a little bit about you, man. What's good?
Man, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, absolutely, man. All my stuff is on Apple Music and Spotify under DJ Bander, DJ space BANDER. Same with my Instagram, DJ Bander, and DJBander.com. We got a revamped website where you can check everything out. You can also check out my services and everything I do on my marketing agency side at banderproductions.com. And just shoot me a DM on Insta. Look for my links, all my new records that are out. You can check them out. You'll see some of the exciting accolades we got from charting, and you can check them out yourself on iTunes. And of course, man, I just appreciate it, Stack, for the space. You can definitely tap in with me if there's any artists that are listening that want support. I'm your guy. I got you. Tap in with a real one. You already know.
Look, I told you Bander was coming in and knocking all this shit down. I told y'all I'm gonna have fire individuals. Bander, is there anything else you want to tell them, man? I know you got to leave in about 2 minutes, man. Anything else?
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate the space. No, man, this has been great. And everybody who listened, the most important thing is believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and always follow through. And most important is start. I tell this to all the people, you got to start somewhere. A lot of people can't see the forest for the trees. They see there's so many steps to get where I need to go. I haven't even put this music out. I haven't done it. You just got to start somewhere. So if you need education, then go right now to the website and sign up for classes at your local music college so you can start taking classes. If you're past that stage, okay, cool. You have 5 songs you're working on, pick one, finish it. Get it ready and get it mastered. Get graphics for it and have a finished record, a finished product that you can then take to the next step. And remember, that's everybody you see where they're at a big level that you want to get to, that's the process they followed. They followed one step at a time and they got where they needed to get. So I think that's the most important thing is just start. And as you get through it, you'll see it feels easier and easier and not so overwhelming. And tap in with me, like I said, on the gram so I can help you with these steps.
Come on, man. Bandit coming through. I told y'all, fire individuals, thank you for this fire interview, Bandit. We'll be having you come up here more often, bro, because we need more of this fire. So tap in with Bandit. Let's do it, man. Lego.
All right.